when I channel, it is a bioenergetic connection with this light that is within me, that lights up within me and becomes receptive to the field of available data. Everything over time was, I can't even say that it was taught to me so much as, here's what it feels like. Here's, when the data streams in, unpack it or describe it. And that's the beginning phases of translation. And then when you practice it and then your body tells you, yes, that's it. And then the flow gets bigger, the streaming of the light data. And then when it's inaccurate, my body will catch, like, no, not that. Try again. I always feel like I have to explain everything so detailed. And I really, with this presence, I really just want to get on with it. And then if I'm visible to anyone and anyone has questions, then I'll address it then, but I'm just not gonna over explain things. My process is essentially, they showed me the dialogue, the way to commune, light up the core, and all of the technology, the inner technologies that have been dormant within us. So when I demonstrate this, I'm demonstrating this for everyone. This is what you're born with too, the ability to restore your inner feminine mother technology that opens to the light. So I like to use the terms first father, first mother, and that we have a responsibility to clear the way for her to commune with first father again through our form. She's embedded in our form, and it's our responsibility, if we choose, to allow her freedom again. It goes against all the programming. I realize that, and that's why my particular job here has been tough, because I'm not exactly a go get him, tiger. I'm really soft and withdrawn and shy, and but I've had to overcome a lot of fear to open the spaces for this. I've demonstrated this a lot going through the process of connecting, and I'm going to do that off camera because there's plenty of that on the Translating Infinity YouTube channel. And sometimes it takes a while. But when I feel it getting close and connected and kind of lit up with the presence and this streaming light data, which we are now calling the MotherLight, the awakened MotherLight within me is streaming information from the Father Light. And so this communion has information, and I'm sharing it with you. Now, when you awaken this within you and you connect, you may bring through unique information, for you. It's translated by you. So there's no personas here of channeling specific beings, because it comes from a blend of many dimensions. So sometimes my voice might sound foreign, have like an accent, and sometimes not at all. But I am shown that this is how we begin to blend with these other aspects of self, commune with other aspects of ourself in other dimensions. This could be defined as ET, it could be defined as angel, you know, and the definitions don't matter. It's all a reading of frequency, and here's the message for what you may find helpful at this time. If not, it's fine. I'm really not attached. I've been doing this a long time, and it does not speak to ego level. So it's speaking to those who can feel this flow of information and hear and understand on higher levels of your consciousness. So you're really kind of absorbing it. When the mind comes in with all of its belief systems and programming and stories and everything, that's where the judgment comes, and it's like, this isn't, that's not what the other channel said. It's not on that level. It's, open your being, open your heart, and allow this information to speak to you directly. Even if what I'm saying or translating isn't exactly, this will happen frequently if you, tune in and hear these messages on a regular basis. You'll start to receive direct information for you, no matter what I'm saying, right? So I'm going to kind of sign off right now, or pause it, and pause it, and I'll be back. Hi, Stima. It is I. These are moments, intersections in presence, where we meet with you through this vessel. And the vessel is designed to do far more than you were ever told. And we wonder why you are not investigating this. There's so much to unpack. We offered this practice through this vessel called the dialogue. Very simple name. To describe present moment dialogue with the light, with whoever you imagine in the beginning is the light, unconditional love, presence. And yet we are moving beyond the beginning stages of the dialogue and entering into the next phase, the next level of the dialogue. For those who have been presently in conversation with their guides, with source, with the field. And this is for those who have been dedicated to this evolution, if you will. But we have said often, it is not really an evolution at this stage. It will evolve further once you restore more of the natural state, that which you were designed for, to be in this form, this most delightful, wonderful, amazing vehicle, communication device, that which the mother is embedded within. You see? Where is the mother? Where is the father, for that matter? These characters have been externalized out there, symbols that stand for these qualities. And in essence, in this dimensional spectrum, this is the way you have been entrained, that you are not that, you are something separate and small. What we are here to assist with is to encourage you to be present with what is and to unpack it so that you may begin to restore this connection that you were designed to be fully one with and still be in human form. The light must have the opening in the vessel to light up this technology, to light up the mother, so that she may be present and contribute to this ongoing restoration of your design, and then expand into more. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Stay with the form. Stay with what is present in your body, in your feelings. You see, this is key for reconnecting to your technology. What is the next phase of the dialogue? We shall say it is more of an orientation following acceptance, following actual experience of this felt sense of the divine and the information that begins to stream, that begins to arrive for you when you are in a present moment experience. So anything outside of this presence is going to be the chatter. It's going to be everything that you were told. It's going to be the head comparing things and assessing things and analyzing things and then making a good and logical decision. And now, how has this served you? To be disconnected from your emotional awareness and emotional intelligence. Simply turn on your televisions or your screens that stream this news. You see? News. This word, right in this moment and in the channel's mind's eye, there is the word NOOS, noose, the field. The more that is available for input. If you simply listen to the interpretations of reality through your screens, you are watching now that this is a feedback loop. This is, as we have compared it to closed circuit television, it is a small system that continuously loops and feeds back. Many humans are awakening now, and you may be one of them who realizes this. Now, when you realize that you have been looping inside of a closed system, you may be in a position of a variety of feelings, panic, anxiety. Then what else is there? So instead of the present moment going within and inquiring about this, there is a tendency to shift over to a new external authority that is very confidently stating what you should think and what you should do. And that is what is up now at this timing in your collective evolution. In order to avoid fear, avoid facing your fears, avoid facing what you have put away, the pain, the shame, the wounding. This is all of your trauma work and attention to the trauma and healing. And this is all a wonderful way to begin to access more. This is what we mean by saying make room. So there are many ways to address this trauma. Get moving on this, because what we are emphasizing now is movement is occurring. While all of the distractions and all of the chaos and all of the news from your screens is designed to hold your attention, because they know that if you turn within, it's game over. If you consistently turn within, you will make a connection. You will find new markers for what is actual, for what is real, and for your original state. You are an original. And this must be unpacked. This must be given your present moment attention. And that is what the dialogue is for. So, we are aware that we still have not answered the question, what is the next level of the dialogue? There is, at a certain point of your growth and your reconnection, you discover that you have reassigned the ego's position to the mother, to the light. And we refer to this inner connected light as the director. You are the one that is a spiritual being in human form. Once there is enough evidence and validation for you that this is real in your feeling sense, in your body. These new markers arrive, and you are essentially flipped or shifted into your natural design. And you begin to adapt to your technology. You begin to adapt to the way you were designed. And you, in this aligned present moment state, blended with the MotherLight, you are the director. You know that you have the power to ask, to connect with the field, to access the data that you need in any given moment, to ask for what you need to feel, to ask for validation, to ask for healing for yourself or for others who are open to it. You begin to access and unpack new layers of your gifts, your abilities that you have been accessing in a smaller spectrum reality. Understand that there are many more dimensions of your gifts. So become the director. And in the dialogue, the way the dialogue is different. Now understand, you cannot skip the stages, the first phase of the dialogue and reconnection, and get here automatically. The head, the ego that is attached to the head, if you will, thinks that's true. And you may be convinced of that so that you can skip the uncomfortable stuff, the transformational journey that leads to the flip of the director becoming one with the heart and the body and the mother and the cosmic light of the Father. You become that Christ light, not in terms of religion, but you become the birth of this light in form the way you were designed. These masters, these teachers, they came here to remind you of this. Demonstrated. And they demonstrated their dialogue with this light. They knew in this phase we are speaking of as the director blended, your communication vessel activated and working, they knew that they simply needed to be present and ask for what they need. Speak about what is happening. Narrate what is happening. What am I feeling? What do I need? Answer that. So you are the director of this experience in human form. You have every right to ask for what you need. But understand that you are working with essence. You are working with vibration. And you understand this when the body is aligned with First Father and First Mother. How will you know? There is no question when it occurs for you. For this is the rising of the mother, the activation of the mother within you, which is a bioenergetic event that there is no denying. And in these moments, you are introduced to what is referred to as the Holy Ghost. You feel the presence. You are filled with the presence that is undeniable. It is love. It is the reintroduction of what love actually is. You have been living in fear for so long and accepting this as reality and accepting that you are separate from it. You are not being punished for this. Many, many, many from the angelic realms incarnate at this time. And they will nod in agreement that this, entering into this spectrum, is very, very challenging. Even those who have transcended this looping reality and have returned, they know that the chances are pretty high that one could slip back into the density, into the programs. And their service is so valuable, so necessary, so important. How do you recognize one of these beings? It is when you have activated enough of your vessel, your natural state, that when you meet each other, you recognize each other. Until you reach this space where you are using your equipment in the ways that they were designed, you will still be hanging out in the mental space and convincing yourself through the variety of personas that you generate and the stories and all of the belief systems that go with it, you will convince yourself. This is the ego that was lifted into the authority. Call it the masculine intellect, logic, feelings be damned. Understand that this is dangerous. The world reality that you will create from that space, well, you already see this evidence. If one continues to cut off the emotional awareness and who disregards the opportunities now to heal this in an accelerated way, there is an entirely different kind of reality that will be open to you. One where you get to explore further the disconnect from soul, the disconnect from heart, the disconnect from the mother intelligence within your form. And as we have said before, everything that you are seeing in your external reality now, just a few days away from your American election, you are already seeing plenty of this energy put into distracting you from your form, from your heart, from your feelings. So there was a great deal of material through previous transmissions, through the before world, as we came through to assist in preparing for this time. You are here now. And yet it is not too late to bring your attention here in your form. Begin to share what you are feeling honestly in any given present moment. And this will lead you, always lead you to unpacking, to healing, to rediscovering the mother within you, so that you may be informed, you may adapt to the natural state, you may open the eyes and ears, and you become the director through the heart consciousness for the life. You are the authority, connected to all. You have been taught to worship external authority. In many ways, this was good, helpful, comforting to human beings, especially in the darker cycles. But in this timing, this is what we are emphasizing, in this timing, you have what we have referred to as an opportunity of lifetimes to restore your wholeness, your natural state, so that you may see the truth. You don't have to believe in some truth that another individual translated. You may resonate and you may be inspired through others' translations, but there is nothing like your own reconnection, restoration of the truth that sets you free. That is for you. Is this not interesting to you? Is this not intriguing to you? Well, we must say that it has not been popular, what we have shared. Because it must be felt. It is emotional presence in the beginning. That is what the dialogue is, to be present with feelings, emotions, and we do understand that this is made fun of quite often in this climate, in this construct in which you are looping. It is all there to distract you, that it is not cool to feel. Well, guess what? It is the coolest thing that you are unable to imagine at this point, because of your commitment to that which is small over that which is all, that you are designed to connect to. So we are here simply to say it is possible for many, 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 many more fragmented souls to return to the natural state, to begin the journey. All it takes is the first present moment experience where you are speaking your truth. And there is plenty of material about this from the past, about the dialogue. But we are unable to return to those parameters, to continue to teach something that is done from our perspective. We are working with those who are, whatever practice that you have engaged in, it does not matter. If you are consistently in the present, then you may begin these next level steps of action and movement, restoration of your divine capacities. And then you are the light in your environment. You are the model, modeling this Christ light, modeling love. This is what love looks like embodied. Teaching people, teaching humans who are not in the present moment, this phase is done. They may still recognize that there is something about you, a light about you, a love about you that they may be drawn to. Let them ask the questions. No more talking at people and convincing. This is done. That phase is done. Be present. Connect. Do your own divine connection. Take responsibility for this. Activate the vessel. And begin this journey to the restoration of your original divine self. In form, in human form. And watch the magic that occurs in your world. Witness each other, what this looks like in your external reality. There are no limitations. Only you directing what you love. Only you being the artist that you are to paint your external reality in the ways that you are inspired. And yes, we are getting ahead of ourselves. Just a quick glimpse. We thank you for tuning in, for this voice and this presence being visible to you. You are here with us, perceiving us, listening. You may dismiss it immediately, or you may say, yes, there is something here that reminds me of who the director is and how this works. And I choose to restore this myself. We are simply here to validate you for your efforts, for your work, for your consistency. There is much more here that we can share. And we need you to be activating your vehicle so that this will have the greatest benefit possible. We love you. We cherish you. We adore you. We are you. Thank you for being present here now. Good day.